god, vegans are awesome. Oh my god, vegans are the best. Oh my god, vegans are awesome. Oh my god, vegans are the best. I love vegans. I really do love those people. America deserves vegans, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Hi everyone, my name is Happy Black Legends and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Yeah, so before we get into it, I have to give a few disclaimers. For those of you guys that don't know who this man is, today we're going to be talking about Hasan Piker. Hasan, I actually came across Hasan on YouTube. I came across his YouTube videos and I refused to watch them for a while because I actually thought he was a right-leaning political commentator. It had nothing to do with like him. It was just like from the look of his thumbnails and like the way he was titling his videos, like I don't know, I was just like, who is this dude? Like, why is this white man's videos being recommended to me on YouTube? I just thought it was really weird. So I watched like one of his Boo Boo Bennett videos because he does a lot of political commentary videos, and he did one on Caitlyn Bennett, and I watched it and it was so funny, and I subscribed. You know, he's a very attractive man. It actually angers, like, you need to understand, it actually angers me and my ancestors about how attractive this man is. It's infuriating. My blood boils.
Like, what do they say? Called white man's whore.
But yeah, so he is primarily known on Twitch. That is his like social media thing. I am scared of Twitch. Also, I thought Twitch and Discord were like the same thing for like literally years, so I don't really watch too much of his live streams, to be honest. I tend to watch like his videos that he uploads to YouTube. That being said, I am not making this video to like cancel Hasan. Like, I enjoy his content. I just think when it comes to veganism, he sounds kind of like a conservative man, and it's kind of funny. He just sounds so stupid, and this is something that I've noticed with a lot of leftists, actually, where it's like they're so down for the revolution and they talk about oppression and liberation like all the time, and then when you bring up like animal rights or veganism, they get hella quiet. It's really interesting, and I just thought it would be funny to be a React Andy to the greatest React Andy of them all, Hasan Piker. So I'm going to be reacting to a video that some of his vegan followers made, actually, and it's called Vegan versus Meat Eaters, excuse me, Eat Meters, oh my god. And basically, if you guys have ever heard of PragerU, these people make like PragerU-esque videos, basically just dragging Hasan. And the last time I watched this video, I was actually plant-based. So Hasan Piker, deadass, made me vegan. Watching him get dragged by vegans was so embarrassing that I actually like went and did more research into veganism, and then I finally watched Dominion, and that's what made me vegan. I just went from plant-based to I can never eat another animal ever again within the span of like 24 hours just from watching Hasan get dragged by vegans. So that's my personal story. In case you were wondering, that is actually what made me go from plant-based to vegan, like dead ass, watching this man get dragged. It was so embarrassing, and I felt so like he just looked so stupid that it made veganism look so correct.
Video 25 minutes long, dude. Are you fucking kidding? You are the worst. You are literally the worst. Oh, he's probably gonna make a video about this too now.
Hello, Hack.
Includes paid promotion? Are you out of your mind, dude? What did you guys do?
You know what's funny? I know like Hasan like makes fun of vegans all the time in his chat. Like, honestly, vegans are an oppressed chat when it comes to the Hasanabi community. Or an oppressed class, not chat. But I will say, like, watching him watch this, you can kind of see that he's like proud of his like followers, even if he thinks they're crazy. I don't know, I think it's funny, like because he's like dragging them and he's really upset, but he also has this smile on his face the entire video, and I just think it's so cute. I'm like, oh, you hate these people, but you clearly are proud of them for doing this.
Do you want me to watch this, dude?
Watch it, watch it. You have to.
You may want to pause at some points during this video. I understand your urge to debate memes on OK Buddy. So, as to not ruin the experience, this traffic light will appear indicating good times to pause. The viewing experience will now begin.
This man really unironically and uncritically is trying to make it seem like veganism is the same as voting.
It is important.
You're voting with your dollars, Hasan. Hasan, you're voting with your dollars. You are voting. You're voting with your dollars. And I think it's so funny, like I mentioned earlier, leftists turn into like conservative sounding grandpas when it comes to veganism. And I don't really understand what it is. But no, being vegan is like a huge fuck you to capitalism. And if you're a man that sits in a chair for over 6 hours a day talking about how much capitalism sucks, I think you should look into veganism. Yeah, going vegan is like a huge fuck you to capitalism. It's a silent protest that you can have 3 times a day on your plate. Of course, veganism extends beyond your plate, and you should, you know, also seek to get rid of any products that contain animals or were tested on animals or things like that. But yeah, I definitely think that if you're someone who hates capitalism and if you're like a leftist, then you should really look into veganism because it's a huge way to change the system. And I've made a video on this because like a lot of people say no ethical consumption under capitalism. And like, yeah, I completely agree with that. But at the same time, it's like if all of us just say that and none of us do anything, then like capitalism's going to do what capitalism's going to do, which is respond to the free market. And if the free market is saying, hey, we don't give a fuck and we're just going to continue to eat meat and dairy, the meat and dairy industry is going to continue to produce meat and dairy products. So far, what you've seen is as veganism rises in popularity, guess what happens? We have more and more plant-based vegan products available. McDonald's just announced that they're releasing a McPlant burger. I definitely don't want to eat that McPlant burger because it's going to give me McDiarrhea, but, you know, just saying. So I feel like just shrugging your shoulders and going, no ethical consumption under capitalism, like it's not that much of a gotcha as you think it is. It kind of just makes you look like a lazy activist, honestly.
For the populace to understand that voting and veganism are very different. Every time someone makes a conscious choice to adhere to veganism, only one real being is saved from a life of suffering. With voting, millions of beings, human beings, are promised a better life, keeping them from changing anything for at least 4 years.
Why don't you go vote vegan then, bitch? Cory Booker 2020.
I do not have a radical vegan agenda because I don't believe government should be telling people what to eat. But I do believe that...
Wow, that's soft as fuck. I'm on board with... I'm not even on board with that.
First of all, fuck you, Hasan. Cory Booker is a cuck. So, fuck you for that. I fucking hate you for that. Anyway. Also, you know, I don't know if I believe in banning meat because it's like, okay, if the government's gonna ban meat, like where does that end? Like, you know, but I definitely believe in a tax on meat products. I definitely think there should be a tax on meat and dairy products. The truth of the matter is these products aren't healthy for us. Like just full stop. Full stop. Most of us are lactose intolerant. If you are a person of color, there's more than a 50% chance that you are lactose intolerant. If you're Asian, that number goes up to like 95%. If you're black, I think the number is like 75% of us. And if you're Hispanic, I think the number is like 50-60%. So, and then if you're Native American, I think it's like 80% or something. So my point is a lot of us cannot actually even properly digest dairy. And then when we talk about meat, it's like, you know, clogging your arteries and cholesterol, blah, 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 all that shit. But the truth of the matter is, you know, I definitely think a tax on meat is an option that they should consider. But do I think that's actually something that's ever going to happen? Hell no. Why do you think, okay, who do you think is paying the politicians to make these laws about like food and animal agriculture? Let's just pause for a second. I'll give the class a second to think. Just kidding. It's the meat and dairy industry, okay? They are in these politicians' pockets. Deeper than I don't fucking know what, okay? Just deep as fuck.
I have a problem with vegans making idiotic comparisons where they act like they're the same species, like where they act like they're not species. Your advocacy is understandable as long as it's literally not comparing fucking pigs to humans!
Vegans do not compare pigs to humans. It is unfair to compare ravenous animals that consume with no regard for the well-being of their kin or other species to sweet and kind piggies.
So I've addressed speciesism on this channel briefly. Speciesism is honestly a philosophy that I sort of have a lot of issues with. But that being said, I actually do agree with Hasan here. He makes a point further in this video addressing like the issue of vegans comparing like animal harm to the Holocaust, and I've talked about this numerous times, so if you are interested in my stance on that, I'll link a video. I'm not going to talk about it that much in this video because this video is already going to be long enough, but yeah, I do have an issue with vegans saying like animals are being holocausted or things like that. I just think it's not good. Like, first of all, if you genuinely believe that, like if that's a belief that you have, fine. But saying that and putting that out into the world, you have to understand you look incredibly stupid. You look stupid, you look ignorant, and you're literally contributing to the whole out of touch vegan white stereotype. And you don't understand the harm of that. By you saying things like that, non-vegans are gonna look at you and think, wow, that bitch is crazy, and just continue eating meat and dairy, possibly out of spite. So I do agree that the messaging that we use is important, and I don't agree with a lot of like vegan activism. Like basically anything PETA does, I'm pretty much 90% of the time against. So I definitely agree with Hasan's point here. Wow, we're only 2 minutes in and I've already paused so many times. I'm gonna try to stop being like
This
Hasan.
entire argument started because someone said immigrant workers that work in fucking farms and like dairy farms are working in an unethical field and that they don't care about those fucking undocumented immigrants. As we were watching a video about them getting yeeted out of the country. Oh, by the way, the counter to this is not the fucking boycott CD Projekt Red. Good luck. There is no such thing as like consumer side activism. There is no like voting with your fucking dollar. Do you understand? My vote doesn't matter, so I won't vote. Of course, as a fucking vegan, Bao, of course Bao advocates for consumer side activism because he's a fucking vegan.
I did not start this war. I fight only to protect apes.
Arjan, still gaslighting audience Pogo. Arjan, still making up vegan strawman Pogo. Arjan, still acting like vegans hate immigrants Pogo.
Oh my god, I do have to say, like, this pisses me off so much about Hasan. Like, Hasan's perspective on veganism is, it's clear that he's only interacted with like white Los Angeles vegans, I swear to God, because it's so ignorant and he says things that are so stupid. And it's like, Hasan, I am a poor black woman who also lives in California. I live about 30 to 45 minutes away from you, okay? If I can go vegan, you living in one of the best vegan cities in the world, you can literally afford to go vegan, okay? You make a lot of money from Twitch. You can afford a dietitian, a nutritionist. You can afford a vegan, like, bodybuilder if you still want to get your vegan gains or whatever the fuck you trying to do. You can afford this shit. A lot of us can't, and we still do it. We've still figured it out. And I hate when people say things like, not everyone can go vegan. You're speaking from an extremely privileged point of view. Yeah, I am privileged. I'm an American who lives in California. There's a privilege to that. Also, obviously, in many ways, I'm not privileged, so there you go. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, that is a privilege I have. So you saying that, are you one of those people that can't go vegan? Are you someone that's not actually, like, examining your own privilege? Like, you're asking me to examine my privilege, yet you're also an American who lives in California. I don't know, bud. I don't know. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. Acting like all vegans don't give a fuck about the migrant workers in these farms. Literally, fuck you. Sorry. There are so many vegans of color who've literally who've been impacted by environmental racism themselves. Vegans of color who know people who work in these factory farms. People who are well aware of the conditions of what's happening. Do you not realize that there are vegans of color who experience discrimination and oppression at many different, like, ways? And so by that point, they understand that none is free until all is free, and that extends to animals. Like, do you not understand that for some vegans, it's not just about like what's being put on our plate. It's not just about stroking our egos. It's a huge lifestyle linked to anti-oppression. Like, that's a big deal. And especially for me, like it means something to me. You know? I don't know.
The fucking Holocaust is happening, and you are over there, okay? Like a Volkish German, going, well, what about the Holocaust that's happening to the pigs and the farms? Why? Why? Why aren't we thinking about the Holocaust? Oh, this is very unacceptable. That's what you sound like.
Veganism, for some weird reason.
I'm seeing, really. Well, first of all, there's no fucking. I'm pausing. Like, fuck it, dude. I'm pausing it. This is an incredibly well done video. God damn. I don't care that there's no red light. Chill the fuck out. Incredibly well done video. I have to say that my arguments look fucking airtight. Like, they are so solid. And you have to be delusional and vegan to think that they're not. Always goes back to like.
Okay, so I'm the delusional vegan for thinking that they don't. That's correct.
Individual consumer habits. You do not consume ethically, okay, vegans? You don't. But you think your fucking soybeans are.
This is the part. This part of the video is what actually I think fully like radicalized me, and like. The first time I watched this video, I actually didn't finish it. I left this video and went and watched Dominion. I'm serious. It was like 2 or 3 a.m. I was staying at my mom's house, and I remember this, and this like meme right here was so funny and he looked so stupid. Like, I'm gonna rewind it so you can hear it like properly.
They're not. Always goes back to like individual consumer habits. You do not consume ethically, okay, vegans? You don't. But you think your fucking soybeans are being produced in an ethical capacity? No, they're not. Of course not. Don't be fucking stupid. Don't be idiotic. Vegans are the all lives matter, folks.
So I'm gonna pause right before Hasan starts talking. Yeah, he looked really stupid. First of all, most of the soy produced in the world goes right back to the cattle. So a lot of times people will say, well, do you know how many soy crops we have? And vegans eat soy, so vegans are really the ones contributing to the environmental destruction. And it's like, actually, dude, I'm still eating less soy than you are, because when you eat a steak, you're eating all the soy that cow ate. Because yeah, we don't feed cow grass, which is what they're supposed to eat. We feed them things like grains and soy because it's cheap. Because capitalism. So, there you go.
Oh god, I have to pause. I'm sorry. I have to pause that light. Dude. You're not saying actually, you know what? This argument is better. In this circumstance, sorry, Black Lives Matter protesters on the street saying we should end police brutality and enforce accountability. Actually, all lives matter, okay? And
I don't disagree with him here. I'm sorry. I'm full stop. I've talked about this before, but in 2020, I was actually like on the road to becoming vegan possibly way sooner than I would have. But what ended up happening was the Black Lives Matter protest started, and I saw so much racism from vegans, and it disgusted me, because I was like, aren't you guys supposed to care about people and like beings? Like, aren't you guys supposed to be the kindest people ever? Like, what the fuck is going on here? And that's because I was surrounding myself with white vegans, you feel me? Okay, once I became vegan and I, invited myself to numerous cookouts and surrounded myself with vegans, other negroid vegans, my experience became way more fun and enjoyable. But yeah, I saw a lot of white vegans say things like, okay, yeah, sure, blacks are being killed, but why is no one talking about the pigs? And it's like, Jesus motherfucking Christ. You're embarrassing. You're an embarrassment, and your coochie is probably dry as fuck. You open your coochie, and fucking seasoning salt just sprouts out. Just dry as hell.
Animal lives are a part of all lives. Guess what, bitch? What about animal lives? Literally all fucking animal lives matter.
There are a number of ways you can identify these vegan, all lives matter members. Be on the lookout for the following symbols of hate. The thin blue line. In this common vegan flag, the line represents the ocean's surface, the only remaining border between the human law and natural order. This symbol, they call it omnivore skull. It stands for the extinction of the human species, brought on by our relentless consumption of limited resources and extermination of biodiversity for the past century. And you may have heard of QAnon. It stands for Animal Onslaught. Q is an animal rights activist and inside source that alleges several powerful people in our government regularly consume the flesh of other beings to gain their life essence. He claims they are paid millions by corporate lobbies to give these flesh farms billions of American tax dollars, keeping their flesh even cheaper than plants. These are dangerous conspiracy theories that have no basis in reality.
White people are not oppressed, animals are. How is it comparable? Okay. First of all, white people are oppressed. By virtue of being white. Like, what are you doing in this community if you don't think white people are oppressed? Just because they're white. Wait, you cut me out of context. I said white people are oppressed, but not by virtue of being white. You clipped me, you vegan fuck. Wow. Oh, Hasan, don't use the bad word. Don't use chimp as a pejorative, Hasan. Ooh, look at me. Ooh, I'm a vegan. Oh, I can't believe. Wow, dude. Fucking vegs, dude. My opinion on that hasn't changed. I voted for a racist. Well, I voted for a racist twice. I voted for Hillary Clinton as well. Secondly, of course animals are oppressed. I don't think animals are of the same level of worth as human animals are.
So this is something a lot of people say, and this is something that I once said, and this is honestly something that I still kind of feel. Sorry, I don't believe that me and a cow have equal value. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Literally, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares if we don't have the same value? Does that mean that I have to go out and kill it? That makes no damn sense. I know for a fact that you probably don't value your dog's life over like your friend or like another family member. However, if your dog were to get run over, that would still be hurtful. You'd still feel pain. There's still pain in this system that's being utilized. You see what I'm saying? Just because you don't believe that you and a cow are the same doesn't mean that you don't think that a cow's life also doesn't have value in its own right. You see what I'm saying? Cow lives matter.
I think humans, by virtue of being human and nothing else, have hold on to this intrinsic value. I believe that they have this value and therefore are elevated on the food chain for me.
The secular idea that human beings are created in God's image has led to humans increasingly being equated with animals. If there is no God, human beings are only material beings, and therefore not worth anything beyond the matter of which they are composed. Once you get rid of Judeo-Christian values...
I never said there was a godly reason, you fuck. I never said that there's like fucking God and goodness in God is the reason. Come on, dude.
Elevating human worth over that of an animal.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I mean, that's true. Yeah.
In other words, we are created in the image of God, and therefore infinitely valuable.
This is so good.
When confronted on moral grounds by a vegan, remember the song. Holocaust deniers. All lives matter. Soybeans unethical. Animals worth less than humans. No, I won't explain why.
I'm gonna go out and punch a sheep because you said that. Dog on the table. Chat. Good girl. Good girl. I'm gonna go out and literally fucking bite a chicken's neck off when it's alive. You understand me? You fucking sicko vegan. He's a little scared.
Fuck, I'm gonna cry. I also lost my doggy in 2020, so this hoits. It hoits, actually.
I'm unironically turning into a reactionary. I'm breaking my... If you have an animal...
Oh, fuck, shit. Okay, so dead dog crying, and then they show footage of, like, factory farms. I watched Dominion. I don't need to see anything else. I'm sorry. Sorry for crying. I wasn't... Sorry for crying. Sorry. Hey, it is what it is if you were to be.
Like, what are you doing? Okay, good. You got a good argument, dude. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'm eating chicken right now. Do that. Vegans don't have pets. Vegans are petless.
Many of you.
Honestly, though, like, I do feel like... I don't know, maybe this is just me projecting. Maybe this is just me projecting and being hopeful. And maybe this is me being like, I can change him. I can do it. But I do feel like Hasan could go vegan one day. I do. Because he cares about people and because he's already politically aware. He knows that veganism is a way of life that you should seek, if possible. He knows this, so I just think it's funny, like, because a lot of times during this video, he's, like, intently watching, and I don't know, I just feel like he could go vegan. And going vegan, in my opinion, doesn't have to be something you do overnight. Honestly, I think transitioning slowly is what makes vegans that are able to sustain themselves and last longer. Going vegan, in my opinion, there's a learning curve, right? You have to learn a lot of things. You have to learn about nutrition. You have to learn about new foods. You probably are going to have to learn how to cook new things. There's a lot of things you have to learn. And I feel like going vegan overnight is really bad. Hasan loves chicken. So don't give up chicken first. Hasan hates seafood. So why don't you give up seafood first? And then maybe after a few months of not eating any seafood, the next thing you can give up is dairy. And then after dairy, you go to beef. And then after beef, you do pork. And then you do whatever other meats. And then if chicken's the last thing you give up, it's the last thing you give up. I'm sorry. I know a lot of vegans get upset about this, but I will always preach reducing and transitioning slowly because that's what I did. And honest to God, going from like eating animal products to plant-based to vegan wasn't difficult for me because there was 2 years where I was watching vegan YouTubers and where I was slowly reducing my animal intake and where I was getting more and more knowledge and educated on vegan nutrition, things like B12 and omegas and just things you need to know. So that's that on that period.
Am I for factory farming? Now I am. I love factory farming.
Pets and small feedlots, cutting their beaks, teeth, and tails to minimize.
Let's not think about how it gets on our plates. I mean, you poop and it's natural, but if you take a shit on stream, you're still gonna get fucking banned. And by the way, speaking of which, like, I very clearly don't care. I do know that animals are fucking created under horrible conditions. I'm literally eating a chicken as we speak, so, like, I get that. I eat it every day. I can eat.
You get that, but you're still eating chicken. Oh, Hasan. Oh.
While I'm watching this, because I don't actually care.
And I mean, hey, like, there was a time in my life where I was like, fuck animals, I don't give a fuck, and like, I didn't. So that's why when I'm watching him, I see glimpses of myself, really. And I think that's another reason why when I was watching this and I saw glimpses of myself, I was like, ew, he looks stupid. Like, I must look stupid. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do some research and I'm gonna go watch Dominion. I'm gonna go watch Dominion. I'm gonna go watch it. Because honestly, my whole life, I've avoided animal, like, anything that has to do with factory farming, I've avoided because I've always known once I see that, it's probably going to affect me. And it has affected me. Sometimes when I see beef on a plate, in my mind, images of dead cows hanging upside down, swinging and crying as they're being sawed in half. Just, those images just flash in my brain. So I don't think that everyone should watch things like that if you don't want to. I don't think I probably should have watched that, honestly, but I did. So I don't know.
Shut the fuck up, vegan. Shut the fuck up. Human exceptionalism? Yeah, of course. Of course. Vegans exhibit. Is there more dumb shit in this? Dude, I can't wait for your P.O. box opening.
I should send Hasan vegan snacks. No, I'm not doing that.
Vegans say we should not enslave and torture other animals. But if vegans think we are equal to animals, why do they refuse to take part in the food chain? Why do they not simply return to monkey? No vegan has ever been able to answer this because I walk away before they can talk.
He was a best-selling cookbook author and celebrity vegan chef. Like many people who believe a small, powerful elite control the world, anti-Semitic fantasies are never far away.
Fucking vegans, dude. Fucking vegans! The argument that I could stone lock you with is literally the joke. Is if you're stranded on a fucking island and you have a human and a dog, do you eat the human first or do you eat the dog first? Of course you eat the dog first. We don't have to operate on a fucking hypothetical you just made up in your mind. Okay? You have no fucking idea. Like, you literally don't know. You just made that up.
And this is the thing with veganism. A lot of people, because humans, like, we don't like to be told we're doing something wrong. No one likes that, number one. Number two, the truth of factory farming is, like, so disgusting, and it's almost like unbelievable. It's almost like that just can't be true. And until you see it yourself, it's really hard to believe it. And that's one of the reasons why I watched Dominion, honestly, because, you know, we're painted this picture of cows, like, roaming grass and just smiling and running and being happy, and we're painted this picture of this farmer in plaid and jeans milking a cow. That's not what happens. Like, these cows are forced to get pregnant, and then once they give birth, if they're lucky, they get maybe a day, maybe two days with their young before their baby is stolen from them. And if the baby's a female cow, then she is destined to live the same life as her mom. And if it's a boy, the bull, it's either killed immediately for veal or it's kept to be used as a bull for some other purpose. So it's not what we think it is. Free range, that doesn't exist. Free range just means a bunch of chickens in a large room, and it's really sad because these chickens will go like crazy, because chickens, I think they can only remember up to like 10 different chicken faces at a time. And so these chickens are kept in rooms with like hundreds and hundreds of chickens, almost all on top of each other. They're overgrown, they can't stand, it's just really unfortunate. Pigs, they're kept in these little cages where they can't even turn and they can't do anything. And the only thing the mom cow can do in this cage is milk her babies. That's literally, or like feed her babies. That's it. So it's not this like happy image of like this smiling like all American family, you know, roaming their happy farm. Like, no, it's first of all, it's just genuinely gross. Like, it's disgusting, and it's vile, and it's evil. Call me crazy for saying this. Call me crazy, but also, like, for me, when I think about eating meat, it's like, why would I want to ingest that trauma? Why would I want to put all of that sadness and decay into my body? Like, why? Why would I want to take in all of the energy that animal felt during its life and put it in my body? And I know that might seem too crazy and too spiritualism and whatever for you, and if that's the case, I do apologize, but that's how I feel, honest to God. It's just like, why would I want to ingest, like, why would I want to take part in something that is just filled with sadness and pain? Like, from the moment these animals are born into these systems, it's just a life full of pain and, like, nothing else. That's all they know is pain. Why would I want to take part in that? I don't want to.
And the reason why you had to make up a story in your mind is because what you are seeing before your eyes is indefensible.
But what I was trying to say, I'm literally being Hasan right now, being a total react Andy, pausing every 2 minutes. But what I was, the whole reason I went on that rant was to say that oh fuck. The whole thing I was trying to say was, a lot of times people will approach vegans with like these hypothetical philosophical questions. Honestly, I used to think I loved philosophy, and I think I did before I started watching men do philosophy. Now I absolutely hate it, especially vegan philosophy. I think things like Ask the Trait, which is honestly, a lot of times, Ask the Trait turns into really ableist, like, rhetoric, and I'm not here for it. Sorry. Things like Ask the Trait and just all these, like, philosophical, hypothetical, like, vegan gotchas, I think it's not worth it. Honestly, the hard, cold facts, in my opinion, are strong enough to make someone want to go vegan. The truth of the matter is, it's killing us, it's killing our planet, and we're killing billions. Like I cannot even. We're literally killing billions of animals. Like billions. Like, we're bringing beings into this world and then just slaughtering them by the billions. That's fucking insanity to me.
A better hypothetical exists, but that one triggers the fuck out of people, is slavery, a comparison to slavery. If you consider animals to be of a similar species of worth to humans, then vegans should never be able to have animals. They should never allow animals to do anything, or...
So, this is actually a belief that some vegans do have, Hasan, if you didn't know. There are some vegans who don't believe in owning pets because they believe that it's animal exploitation. And there are many vegans who aren't comfortable with owning pets, like cats and dogs, because they require... Cats require meat. Dogs aren't carnivores, but that's a whole can of worms that I'm honestly not going to get into, because both sides of that argument, I'm not a vet, I'm not a veterinarian. There are veterinarians who have said that dogs can be vegan under the right circumstances, and then there are veterinarians who said, don't fucking do that. So, I don't know. Personally, for me, it kind of weirds me out, the idea of not giving your dog meat. And that's because I know with my dog, with Rocky, he ate meat, and he loved meat, and that's what he ate. So, I don't know, I don't know. But just so you know, there are a lot of vegans who are against owning pets. So even this argument, it's really not worth it. And me telling you the harms of the animal industry and your response being that you shouldn't own pets, like, come on, that's not a good argument. That's not really a good response. You're doing the same thing that you just said to do, like that you shouldn't do, which is the whole hypothetical, like, philosophical debate. Like, just focus on the facts. Facts, not feelings. Your vegan facts don't care about your feelings. Your meat-eating feelings.
Rather, if you have an animal, you have to treat it like you would your fucking child, and if you not fucking put a necklace around it Like, there are numerous other...
And this is where Hasan's, like, this is where Hasan just crumbles, honestly. This is, like, so embarrassing to watch because I do like Hasan, you know, but the secondhand embarrassment, it's so real.
There are numerous other conversations that you can have around the fact that speciesism is in all of us.
Unlocked by yourself. Do you even hear yourself?
Hear yourself? I do hear myself. You're so stupid. I have a dog, idiot. Yeah, you have an animal slave.
Bro, just take the L. It's so funny because I literally never read his chat. Hasan's chat is like the scariest fucking thing to me. I think his chat is terrifying and I avoid it like the plague. So reading it now on my laptop screen is actually hilarious because I literally never ever like I never ever read Hasan's chat. It's just going and I don't look at it. I just ignore it. And it always kills me because this is what Hasan does every single time. His chat will go by, he'll pause the video, he'll pick one comment, he'll read it, and then he'll go, what? And every time he does that, I know he's about to go on some stupid man rant. Also, like, just to be clear, this pet argument specifically is very stupid because humans have created this problem. Breeders have created this problem, which is why if you do want a pet, it's so important to adopt, not shop. I think we all know that, except people still buy from breeders, so I guess we don't all know that.
Not letting them be as free as they want to. Like, does your dog want to shit in the house? Sure it does, but you fucking trained it so he or she shits outside, right? The point is, it's inconsistent with the argument that you make about how fucking animals have the same level of
Fuck that argument then. Fuck it. There's other reasons to go vegan, like the environment, like anti-capitalist rhetoric. Like, fuck that argument. Throw it away then. Like, I don't understand why you're so focused on this one argument that, well, you're so focused on this argument because in your mind, this argument is so bad and it's so stupid that it just automatically full stop. All vegans must be this stupid as this bad argument in your mind. And it allows you to continue eating animal products without examining your own actions. And it allows you to stay comfortable in your behavior. Because it's just such a bad argument. Your argument is a bad argument.
Interest as human beings. I at least admit that I am a species. Okay? I admit that I'm a species and I hold humans to a higher value, to a higher point of the...
Hello, I'm a vegan here who also holds humans to a higher value. Go off, King.
Hierarchy than animals.
Forced to eat meat or starve. Those who choose not to starve aren't very vegan, are they?
This part is so funny, I swear to God.
And I totally understand.
Oh wait,
that,
maybe not.
It's about minimizing your own, by taking actions as an individual, minimizing the cruelty, not completely eliminating it, but minimizing it as best as possible, which is correct and right and good, and I agree. I think that
That worked. But we wanted that to cook all the way through so that all the fat would actually render.
It looks great. I can taste it from here. Are you kidding me?
It's amazing. We should try the ribeye now?
I don't understand. Okay. Yeah. I get it. You're morally in the right. I'm morally in the fucking wrong.
Fuck morals. Please. Please. Fuck morals. I don't walk around like I'm vegan. I'm better than it. No. Can I say that going vegan has improved my life in ways that I couldn't even dream about? Hell yeah. Since going vegan, I've gotten a really good job at a great vegan restaurant. I've started recovering from an eating disorder that I thought would plague me for the rest of my life. I've grown so much more confident and connected to myself. I've learned how to cook new foods, and I've enjoyed learning more about activism and political organization through veganism. So yeah, for me, my life has improved, and I've improved since going vegan. But do I think that I'm better than you because I'm vegan? No. In fact, I have anxiety. I don't think I'm better than anyone. I barely have learned how to like myself, bitch. So, cool it.
You're morally in the right, I'm morally in the wrong. Alright? Guess what? Fucking tastes delicious and it's nutritious.
Yep, let's do that.
No, I've already like minimized my like meat consumption, which is not even true actually. I've just limited it to just chicken. Are you an animal? Do you have no self-control? I love dominating nature. Are you kidding me? That's an insane take. I mean, fuck you. You're inhumane for having that take, okay? It's not constructive criticism. You're just literally openly showcasing how big of a piece of shit you are. And not only that, but I don't give a fuck. Like, you don't get to speak after that. Your take is idiotic, and overall, you don't get... The point here is, I remember what you're clipping from. The point here is literally fucking me arguing against the human being because I care about destroying human suffering, okay?
The meat and dairy industry. If you don't give a fuck about animals, fine. The meat and dairy industry is also fucking us over, okay? It's fucking us over. Our planet is dying. Our planet is dying. Our planet is dying. And Hasan and I are young. Well, he's old. He's about to be 30. I'm too young for him. I'm 21. I am a young, fresh 21-year-old. I don't know why I said that. Well, I do know why I said that. But anyways, that was ageist as fuck. I would like to apologize. Anyways, we're young, okay? We're young. And our planet is dying. We are going to be in our 50s, 60s, 70s. At the rate that we're going, we're going to be only in our 50s or 60s when the planet starts to crumble. That means we're going to be, like, aware of what's going on. I'm sorry. I can't swim. I don't want the water levels to rise. If it does, I'm screwed. A bitch can't swim. Backstroke who? Excuse me. Jesus. Like, fine, you don't give a fuck about animals. You give a fuck about humans, though. The meat and dairy industry is fucking us over. It's fucking us over. It's killing us all. It's killing our planet. Dairy makes you sick. If you're lactose intolerant, it makes you sick. Why are you still eating it? It's giving you bubble guts. You're shitting your pants. You're uncomfortable. You're not designed to eat dairy, so stop eating it. It's harming us too. Like fine, fuck animals. See, this is what I'm saying, where veganism for many people is an intersectional thing. It connects to human oppression. It connects to capitalism. It's not just a one-stop shop. If you care about human suffering, you should care about what the meat and dairy industry, Big Ag, you should care about what the fuck Big Ag is doing to us, okay? You should care.
So I'm yelling at someone who, in that circumstance, is shitting on a human being. If you establish that I am a speciesist, and I am, and I have already said that I'm a speciesist, and so are you, by the way, you can make it seem like I'm contradicting my own takes or some shit like that. But I already am saying I am a speciesist. Not only am I a speciesist, you are a speciesist as well.
So I'm speciesist. Who cares? Don't eat a cow. Like, who cares? You can be speciesist and still be vegan. Who cares? And honestly, I do agree. We're all speciesist. We all are. A lot of times people will say, well, if you're against eating meat, like tigers and lions eat meat. And our response as vegans to that would be, yeah, well, they're animals. Isn't that kind of specious? Saying that, well, that's just what they do. They're just animals. They're just wild. We are different. We have the moral being. We're the moral superiors. So we say that to meat eaters, but then we also say don't be specious. So it's kind of like, I don't know. You know, speciesism is a very nuanced philosophy. Speciesism is a good thing in some ways. It protects us from animals and creatures that can kill us. So in many ways, it serves a purpose. But that's neither here nor there. You can be specious and be vegan. Who the fuck cares? This is literally such a dumb argument. Like, oh my god.
Yes, I'm vegan. Yes, I believe in eating 1.5 pounds of straight white chicken breast every day. Yes, we exist, sweaty. Oh, I almost choked on my chicken. It's so stupid to just, like, talk about, to just glance over all of those fucking, all of the senseless bloodshed. The entire argument revolves around whether you consider humans to be the same as animals or not. You're doing the Ben Shapiro meme. You assume human beings to be at the same level as animals, as far as species goes. I do not. But you, because you assume that human beings are at the similar, or if not the same fucking degree.
If anything, if humans are better than animals, we definitely shouldn't eat meat then. Because that's what animals do, and we're better. This is a dumb argument. This is really stupid. Like, it's kind of funny, like someone telling you that there's an issue and then you focusing on one detail of a gray area of what their issue is. It's like, that's such a, like, a weird response. It's such a cold, callous response. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even trying to lie here. I've actually had nightmares where, like, cows are, like, staring at me. No, I am so serious. Like, when I first went vegan, I had so much guilt for, like the first month and a half of me being vegan, I would literally cry over the animals I ate when I wasn't vegan. I'm such a pussy. I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm very sensitive. I'm a very sensitive person. I feel like most people know that. Maybe they don't. I'm very sensitive, and, like, I just felt so bad.
That's it. It has been more than 3 weeks and you have not watched a single Earthling Head video. That one wasn't even about chicken. No more Mr. Nice text-to-speech. This is an intervention. We've gathered some of your friends and personal heroes who want to speak frankly with you. Please, hear them out.
What? What's up, Hasan? It's your boy, was crippled back at it again, telling you to take the giant chicken schlong out of your throat and go vegan, you fucking troglodyte.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Hasan? You know, the vegans are right. You know, forcing a living creature 2 months of endless torture is immoral. Then you still eat a plate of chicken every fucking day. Is your brain rushing, or is it dragging? Not quite my tempo, moron.
It's me, Hasan, Tucker Carlson from Tucker Carlson tonight. Nobody hates these radical Joe Biden vegans more than I do. These are highly neurotic individuals, and I'm glad you're putting them in their place. These are the people who would burn 1 million Jews if it meant they could save 1 mouse. It's completely ridiculous. Your point about all life matter is perfect. I thought these liberal cucks cared about the blacks. I guess not. Shocking. We're using that one on the next episode of Tucker Carlson tonight.
It's me, Hasan, John Oliver. You have to watch this video, Hasan, or else I will step down and give my show to Hasan Minhaj, destroying your stream forever.
It's me, Hasan, Hillary Rodham Clinton. If you don't endorse vegans, I'll endorse you.
It's possible that those soybeans you're talking about being so unethical are actually being grown to feed the cattle and chickens on your plate.
Built by the science guy.
In fact, for every crop that we grow to feed ourselves, more crops are grown 10 times over to feed those animals.
So any switch away from eating meat is also a reduction in the unethical crops we have to grow to feed them. And let's talk about the immigrants. Oh no! The ones you say vegans don't care about. They're some of the people most exploited by the meat and dairy industry. They work horrific jobs for slave wages and can report labor abuses because 67% of them are here illegally in fear of being deported. At least in a fucking cornfield. They don't have to breathe constantly.
Hey, you know that the original comment that sparked all this wasn't me saying, oh, of course, bow bow. The original comment was literally while we were watching the immigrant video where one of the vegans actually literally did say it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the issue is you took that one vegan's response and then said vegans. You didn't say, wow, this vegan is a dumb vegan, or this is a dumb vegan argument, or this is a bad take. You said vegans. You grouped all vegans together. And of course, when I first saw that, I knew immediately, Hasan, there are so many vegans of color that have spoken out against these workers' rights. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's just so ignorant. Vegans tend to be very, very left-leaning activists. Do you understand what I'm saying? Vegans tend to care about numerous things. And acting as if you can only be a one-issue voter is so lame. Come on, man.
Matter. It doesn't matter. These people are working in an unethical fucking industry. I'm just saying, the reason why you don't want to put that in the video is because it does make your side look bad. But it's fine.
It's an ammonia and hydrogen sulfide.
No it doesn't. I condemn those fucking cracker vegans. A lot of us do.
You know 70% of factory farm workers have a respiratory issue. Do you know which immigrant farm workers are the ones constantly catching COVID-19? Go on, Hasan, take a wild guess.
It's chicken.
Did you guess the ones constantly covered in the blood of animals?
Yeah. No, I know.
Congratulations. Your prize is guilt.
Nice one.
Healthcare, please.
Still a straw man.
Switching our demand from meat to plants mean less jobs, shoveling manure or mopping blood.
Yuck.
And more jobs picking broccoli. You talk about incremental change a lot. That sounds like a nice step towards something better.
It is me, Hasan Ben Shapiro, and I'm glad you keep beating these vegans with facts and logic. I am a big fan of Hasanabi. It has been proven by science that most animals do not even have feet. So I fully 100% agree they are intrinsically worth less than humans. Can you ask AOC to follow me back?
What if we, hypothetically, put tax on meat? In a hypothetical. My wife's a doctor.
Hasan, you'll never really be woke, bae, until you go vegan.
Gee, Hasan, you sure are killing a lot of animals to have a plate.
Fun fact, all of the citizens of Bikini Bottom are vegans. I have a video on that, so I'll link it down below, but yeah.
Nuggets every day.
It's me, Miss McCall. If you don't endorse and support vegans in chat, without also calling them Nazis, I will continue to live forever. I feed off of the vegan hatred in your chat. The only way to sever my life waste is by embracing animal rights positivity. Thank you for keeping me alive, Hasan. Enjoy the 6-3 Supreme Court.
Hasan going vegan would be pretty boggers.
Hasan Piker, as a man of character, a man who stands for the people, won't you please be nicer to your vegans?
No.
For just the price of your morning coffee, you can avoid meat products. In the arms of the angels. In the arms of the angels.
Hasan Piker, funky wacky, maybe part of why you think eating a plate of chicken every day is necessary is for the protein. You work hard for your gains, and you don't want to lose them. But the truth of it is that we can get just as much protein from plants. That's where the cows and chickens get it from in the first place. I have been vegan now for just over 1 year, and look at me. I could bench press twice your weight, small-headed man. I want you to watch my documentary, The Game Changers. It focuses on all sorts of top athletes, from runners to the strongest weightlifters, all of them eating a plant-based diet and performing better because of it. It's on Netflix and it's pretty great. So stop being a whiny baby. You have no excuses. And if it's tennis that you can't live without, then make vegan tennis that ice cream Sammys do. But we face mother insurmountable.
I mean, Hasan's lucky. I can't eat gluten, so I can't eat a lot of chicken nuggies. Like, so he can get like vegan nuggets, and they're really good. Like, before gluten fucks me up, I grew up eating a lot of vegetarian vegan nuggies, and they're all really good.
We're always stronger than we know.
Hasan Piker, one of the few remaining progressives on Twitch and the internet as a whole. You must understand how important it is to grow support for veganism, for all the people living on Earth, the people in our future, and the gentle creatures we share our world with. You know that no change through voting will come until public opinion has shifted on the issue. In that way, veganism advocacy is not an individual action. It is how the gears of history begin to turn. It has passed my time, and I have done all that I can. Hasan, it is up to you to lead the forces of change. Thousands of vegan trolls in your chat look up to you. We want you to be the best of us. That is why we care.
If you speak against capital, then you have to have a grassroots movement. I don't give a fuck about whether something is popular or not. I give a fuck about what's right. And sometimes you have to fucking hammer on the point of view no matter what happens for years and years. It might take years, it might take months, it might take a fucking decade. But you have to, if you believe something is right, if you believe your cause is just, then you have to fucking fight for it.
Subscribe.
Whoa, governor. My phone ran out of storage. That's right, I film on my phone. I would love to get a camera. Oh, I just like sneezed. Ew. If you liked this video, please subscribe. Unfortunately, my phone ran out of storage, but it ran out of storage like right at the end of the video. At the end of the day, look, Hasan has the materials to go vegan, okay? He has the privilege to go vegan. He lives in motherfucking Los Angeles. Like, I live in California, I do not live in Los Angeles, and the amount of vegan options that we have at the 99-cent store, at the Dollar Tree, at Aldi's, Walmart, like wherever you shop. I don't like Walmart, fuck them hoes, fuck the Waltons, like dead ass, fuck them hoes. But there's so many, like, it is literally so accessible to be vegan. Like, it's like where we live. No, there's a Whole Foods in his neighborhood. I know he's got an Albertsons. Like, well, I don't know that, but I'm just saying, like, there's got to be something in his neighborhood where he can go to. He is privileged. He has the privilege to go vegan. He has the money to hire a dietitian if he has concerns about that. He also has the money to hire, like, a vegan bodybuilder or a vegan physical trainer or whatever to do his vegan, I don't know, manly lift things. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about the gym, man. I don't fucking know what the whatever. But my point is, Hasan has the materials to go vegan. So just know that, point blank period. That being said, Hasan would make a great vegan. He is already someone that cares about people and other beings. He has a huge platform. He's already politically aware. He himself knows that veganism is the future. He himself knows that vegans have the right idea. He's said this like multiple times. And at the end of the day, if he does decide to come over to the vegan side, we'll welcome you with open arms, brother. We'll welcome you with open arms, like, for real. I think Hasan would be a great vegan. I think he'd be a great vegan advocate. I think having, like, you know, a big, tough man being a vegan is a good thing. I think it shows that there isn't just one side to veganism. And I think it's really important for people to know that vegans come in all shapes, sizes, colors, backgrounds, blah, 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 blah. And I think Hasan would be, like, such a good vegan advocate. I really do. And I don't know, like I said in this video, maybe this is just me projecting, but I do think he could be vegan one day. I do. Because a lot of the things well, not everything, Jesus fuck, but some of the things he said are some of the things that I used to say and think. And I used to think I would never be vegan. And then I thought, okay, maybe one day I'll go vegan. And then I was like, okay, well, you know, once I recover from my eating disorder, then I'll go vegan. And then I was plant-based, and I was like, okay, I don't eat meat or dairy or eggs or anything. I still ate honey, but I was like, you know what, like, fine, like, you know, I was like, you know, I'm plant-based, I'm okay with that, like, you know, maybe I'll go back to eating meat one day, I don't really know, who cares? And now I'm vegan. So I don't know why. Oh, that's my shadow. Let me turn this off. Let me turn this off. Let me turn this off and put this down. Let me put her down. I thought my shadow was a bug. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get going. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 10K by the end of 2021. Woohoo! I think it is possible. I think it is feasible. I am proclaiming it. It has been claimed. I'm putting it into the universe. It's out there. It is done. It has been said. Yes, I would love to have 10K by the end of 2021. So please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. As always, I always like make videos on whatever the fuck I want. And as a vegan, I have obviously made vegan content. So if you're vegan and you're interested in that sort of thing, please subscribe. If you like Hasan and you're interested in politics, sometimes I make political based videos too, and I joke about politicians. I myself have worked in politics, and so I have a very interesting perspective on that whole world. And yeah, so please subscribe. Please. As always, y'all, please have a blessed day. I hope you guys stay safe out there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, y'all. Bye.